Hello, welcome to the next video in the revisiting series. This is number 5, which is crazy. I was looking at earlier and I did another take where I was like, number 3. It's not number 3. I've done 5 of these apparently. So, Diona. To say this is long overdue would be an understatement. It's long overdue. I cannot stretch that O out long enough. Stretch it to the sun. That's how long this is overdue. Billions of miles. Is that right? I am an AR60 player now officially. Claps for me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I had a lot of fudge before this, so this is not gonna be good. So I'm an AR60 player now, and I have one solid healer, and his name is Benny. And as we know, listen, watch any of my videos that are Genshin related, and you'll find out that I'm a die-hard Benny fan. I'm a Benny main in my heart, and I feel like up until now, I've relied solely on Benny for my healing and damage needs. But recently it occurred to me that I kind of need a second healer. AR60, deep endgame, balls deep endgame, and I'm building my second healer. Ta-da! So here we go, Diona. I'm putting it off, I'll explain why later, but for now, we're just gonna get into it. But before we do, don't forget to join me on twitch.tv/Meijin, MEEJIIN, and follow me on YouTube if you want. We recently hit 200 subscribers, so thank you. There's more people here, part of our fun little community, so thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this video. Let's get into it. All right, so Diona, here she is. Diona. I know I should be more excited about this, and I mean, I kind of am. I'm excited to have another healer. She's a great character. Even my crappily built Diona has served me pretty well. I'll get into why I'm not excited later, but whatever, it is what it is. Let's just get into who the heck is Diona? How does she work? So Diona is a cryo bow character and primarily a healer slash shielder. Her skill is where her shield comes from. So you can either tap it or hold it depending on what you want to do. Holding the shield lasts longer, and as you can see here, makes it stronger. And you get a 75% damage absorption bonus as opposed to just tapping it, which is more, seems to me to be more of a quick cryo application if you need that. So holding, I found, has been generally what I prefer to do anyway. It applies more icy paws, as you can see over here. These little paws get applied, 5 of them as opposed to 2. Like I said, it'll be a stronger shield and it'll last longer. So holding it, I think, is usually the way to go as opposed to pressing it. Shield has a 250% cryo damage absorption bonus, so you will be less vulnerable to cryo damage coming your way. So Diona's skill will also cleanse when you apply it, so you now have clean slate, you got nothing on you. Her ult is where the healing comes in. She will throw this little cocktail she mixes, and it applies a little circle on the ground. You step in that circle, you will be healed. It looks a lot like Benny's ult. I will bring everything back to Benny in this video. You can absolutely count on it. So the cooldown on this skill is 20 seconds, and the energy cost is 80, which is fairly high. We're going to talk about the energy needs later in the artifacts and the constellations, but it is a fairly high cost burst. Some passives we have here: character shield by icy paws, have their movement speed increased by 10% and their stamina consumption decreased by 10, which is, you know, a nice little biscuit. I wouldn't eat it as a full meal per se, but it's a nice little biscuit you could snack on between meals. You know, cute little passive. This one, opponents who enter the AoE of signature mix have 10% decreased attack per 15 seconds. That's kind of whatever. Her cooking passive talent, when you achieve a perfect level on cooking a dish, you have 12% to obtain double the product on dishes that are healing dishes, restorative effects, as you can see here. So ones that heal your health, you can get double if you cook it with Diona. Her normal attack is just, you know, if you're building DPS Diona, then of course you're going to want to level this as well. I'm not going to today. I have no intention of running DPS Diona. It's possible, absolutely possible. I'm not going to do it for reasons we'll discuss later. Constellations, we got C6. We got C6 a while ago, and I've been putting it off. So C1 Diona regenerates 15 energy for Diona after the effects of signature mix ends, which is dope because as we discussed in the talents, her energy cost is fairly high, so any energy you can get back just by casting skills is going to help you for putting it back on the field again. So that's a very good constellation, and it's C1, so very achievable. C2 is also a very, very tasty constellation. Increases icy paws damage by 15% and increases shield damage absorption by 15%. That's pretty good, but the best part about it is when you cast this in co-op, you will generate a shield for your teammates. So the shield is not as strong as, you know, it is on yourself, but still, that's a shield on your teammates that they might not have had otherwise. C3 talent upgrade. C4, within the radius of signature mix, Diona's charge time for aim shots is reduced by 60%. This is an irrelevant constellation unless you're running, I think, DPS Diona. When do I charge out with Diona? Like never. So this is whatever for me. C5 talent upgrade, and C6 is also a nice little nugget of a constellation. So the juiciest part about this constellation is the elemental mastery increased by 200 when HP is above 50% for characters inside the ult radius. That's pretty dope. It also increases the incoming healing bonus by 30% when the HP falls below or is equal to 50%. So you will heal faster essentially. And that's it. That's the constellations. We have all of them, so we can really test her out today. Weapons. I've got Sackbow on my Diona. It's the easiest weapon to use, the best to run, I think, overall. The reason for that is because sack weapons can get a second proc on them. The higher the refinement, the better the chance that is going to be. Now, here's the cool thing about this. I was doing some reading, and we'll have to test this ourselves because I have not tested this. I didn't know this about Diona until reading about it, but apparently each Icy Paw has its own chance to proc the sack passive. So how that might work is you're holding your skill to make a shield and she's gonna fire out 5 Icy Paws. If each of them has a chance to proc the sack passive, it's much better if you have 5 chances within that one skill to get it, right? That's just like, that's some math I don't have the capability to do, but it's better than one skill cast, one chance. So this is an excellent weapon for her. If you don't have a sack bow, then Favonius is totally an awesome weapon as well. You will just need some crit rate to proc the passive. This also would make her a better overall team battery. Artifacts. Here's where there's a lot we could do actually. Let's look at her attributes. I've not even looked at this little kitty. Ooh. Okay, so what's my HP at? There's 20k. That's not good. That's bad. That's bad. We're gonna fix that. So as you can see, I have Millilith and Emblem on her. Now, this is a set option for sure, although I do also want to try a full Noblesse build. On the teams I would be running Diona on, other characters don't have a full Noblesse build. I think the only character I have on full Noblesse is Benny, and I'm not gonna run Benny and Diona in the same team, you know? So I feel like full Noblesse is gonna be an option for me. I might actually just steal Benny's artifacts and try like a maximum Noblesse potential, like my best Noblesse. But to be honest, I might end up running like 2-piece Tenacity, 2-piece Noblesse, 2-piece Emblem, depends on the ER we need. We're gonna revisit that later because, oh, look at this guy. As you can see, we're missing some levels here. So for now, I'm just gonna keep it on the set because per revisiting series rules, we gotta test out the build before and after. We're not gonna be impressed with my current build, trust me. So I talked about this team in my Union video. This is a perfectly good team for Diona. Like, it's a little weird. It's not super weird, but it's a little weird. But it works. The reason Diona's here is because I can't run Benny with Razor because he's C6. Ruins Razor's physical damage. C'est la vie. So that's why Diona's here. Okay, so here we go. Where's Diona? Let's call this team Team Gross Kitty. Nice. All right, so possible team options for Diona. Huge, kind of endless, really. She's really, really flexible. Very versatile. You could slot her in a lot of different team comps. One of the most popular comps is your Ganyu Freeze. I don't have Ganyu. And also, in case you didn't know, I don't love Freeze. But we'll try it. Why don't we try a Tartigly Wiggly team? A friend of mine, Passer, this is for you, Passer, is trying out this Tartigles comp, so let's do that for him. The problem with this team is this guy right here. My Kaya build is lacking, to say the least. Now, you could also do something like your Ayaka here is your Cryo DPS, and then you have someone here like Mona, Xingqiu, Nilu, Yelan, someone like that. You could run that kind of a team. The problem with me running that kind of a team is I don't have a Cryo DPS because I'm a fool. Listen, as soon as they release a Claymore Cryo DPS, I will be all over it. And if they make him a beautiful man, I'm on it. I'm on it like salami on a pizza, okay? Fast. But until that day, I got Chong. Maybe I'll run my Chong. Let's try that. That's fun. As for a Melt team, which I'm probably more likely to run. Uh-oh, my cursor's going on Benny. Uh-oh. I know I said I wouldn't run Benny and Diona together, but like, what if I did? What's stopping me? Why can't I do that? Like something like this? I don't know. Why not? D-Luke maybe? Is this good? Like I said, I'm just picking and pulling characters. A lot of these would work. We're gonna test them out. I'm excited about a few options. I'm gonna start with the Freeze team first because I feel like Diona is used a lot in Freeze team. So as usual, I'll be testing my Diona before we rebuild her, and then after, once I've raised her talents, level, better artifacts, etc. All right, so let's go test on an old fan favorite, Masanori. Here we go. Let's do this. As you can see, we just proc the sack passive as well, so that's great. Okay, so that broke the shield. Interesting. All right, let's see if we can withstand this. No. The answer to that is no. We cannot withstand that. Oh, okay, so we can withstand 1 slash of that 3 slash attack. Couldn't withstand anything else before that, so that must be a weaker attack. Sir, you really don't need to block me. I'm not trying anything suspicious over here. Now let's do another alt, see if we can heal my little Diona, run around in it. Heal yourself. Oh, it's poor. Poor healing. Very poor. Ooh, I'm just kind of curious with Tartiggles because I recently got Mist Splitter for him. Oh, do you see that? So that's another thing I wanted to touch on. There is a quick little moment where you're vulnerable in casting your skill. It is not instant, like you don't instantly gain the shield. All right, it is what it is. I'm not a freeze fan, as we know, but that was more about Diona by herself, like her shield capabilities. Okay, so now that we did the initial testing, let's build her better. I should be able to, Oh, okay, so hang on. I was not as prepared as I thought I was. Okay, can I make, oh my gosh, I can make so many. All right, and let's level her to 90. Here we go. All right, there she is, 90. 90. Next, we're gonna do talents. My goal today, and I believe I farmed enough for this, is to make this one 9 and this one 8. So let's see if I did the math right on that. All right, level 7, level 8, level 9. Oh my gosh, poverty incoming. 7, level 8. Oh, arrowheads. There we go, level 8. So now we're at 4, 9, 8, which I think is perfectly fine. So weapons already level 90, we don't need to worry about that. Artifacts. What do I want to do? I think what I want to do first is steal from Benny. I think we can really see a full potential Diona if I steal Benny's artifacts. The reason for that being is Benny's artifacts have a lot of ER on them because his weapon is crit based. As you can see here, like we got 20 ER and then they are crit rate, crit damage heavy. Again, this is just for testing purposes because I would never, ever permanently take anything from Benny. Never. We don't need attack as the main stat, so maybe he'll hold on to that. We obviously don't need his pyro damage goblet and his crit rate circlet. I don't know if we need that either. So I think maybe we'll just steal the plume and the flower. Attack. Oh, maybe I've never built an HP, noblesse. Oh, obviously I have not. Oh, that looks juicy though. Look at that one. Okay, let's try that. Let's enhance this one. Can I just throw something right into it, please? Please tell me I do have something. Oh, the one time you're actually trying for some ER, huh? Okay, well, I'm not gonna, listen, no complaints from me. Fine, it's the name of the game, huh? Bruh. Did this start off with 4 subsets too? Did we just roll a perfect HP sans that I don't even care about that much? Oh my gosh, I hate it, but I love it here. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh my gosh, that's gross. Oh, I love it. Okay, well that was unexpected. Maybe this one will go well too. I don't know. Let's just feed another 20 into it. That seemed to work for us. Oh, okay. Okay, good. Okay, couldn't have asked for too much more. We'll lock it just for her. I wanted healing bonus circlet, I think. I think that's what I'll lean towards, but if I have a built HP one, I'll take it. I do have a healing bonus one, so I think this is what I'll go with. We gotta raise it though. Definitely. Okay, so let's see what our stats are sitting at now. 24k HP and 189 ER. The ER should be fine. The HP, I'm a little... Like my bad Diona build that I just had on had 20k. Okay, so I don't know, like 24 seems low to me, but maybe that's because in my head, the other shielder I'm comparing to is Zhongli, who has 35k HP, but he also has Staff of Homa. This is probably the best general team support I could use in terms of artifact sets, but I might end up switching to like a half tenacity, half something else. We might do that after, but I think this is a good general team support because no one else on this team has noblesse, right? Okay, so someone else has noblesse. I didn't know I was wearing a noblesse Chong. I thought I had a blizzard Chong. Okay, that's interesting. Truly interesting. All right, so here's what I'll do to rectify that. Bam, there we go. Pretty sure Kaya's on blizzard. Yeah. So initially we're just gonna test Diona and her shield beefiness as well as the heals we get per tick. So let's do this so that he attacks me and let's see how much we can take. Oh, okay, 2. Oh, so last time we could only take 1 of those slashes. So the 4k HP boost did enable us to take the 2nd as well, but not the 3rd. Okay, so that was a pretty beefy attack, I think, and we absorbed it. All right, here we go. Okay, so we took 1 swivel and then it broke on the 2nd. This is a good time to test the healing. Oh, we have 30 seconds. Oh, we're gonna lose. It's fine. We beat him so often. He deserves a win. So now we're on a 6k heal, 6,077. Hello, this is Editing Meech here, just to make a quick note that I forgot about Diona's C6 effect, which is that if your character has below 50% HP, you get an extra 30% healing bonus. In this instance, and a few instances later throughout the video, I will accidentally point out the first healing number. You'll see the, I guess, real number after that initial 30% boost. So, and it'll happen in the rest of the video too, so sorry. Let's immediately compare it to a tenacity build. I could do something like this with the Lilith for the HP increase and the healing bonus increase. And know what's funny? We still have 23k each HP, even though like some of these are not leveled at all, like the sands. So this might be my preferred build. So please hold while I level these artifacts. Okay, so now we're all leveled and let's see where we sit. 27k, that's pretty good. What about the ER? 172? Yeah, this looks, honestly, this looks fine to me. Let's try this build. I think I'll prefer this to the Noblesse build because like I said, for my Diona, I'm really looking for shield and heals. If we need Noblesse, we can use Chong. Okay, so we took a twirly whirly, but I don't know if he got me on the first twirl. Okay, so we took the fat slash, but we took that before with 24k HP. Oh, twirly whirly, here we go. Okay, so we still broke on the second twirly, but I took a lot less damage, meaning that the shield broke later. Obviously stronger, not surprising results, but based on the fact that we raised the HP, right? All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch back to Chong since he has Noblesse and he's stronger than Kaya. But let's do this. Let's wet him a little. Chong. Let's refresh the shield. Oh, another sack. And let's do this. And then let's, I guess, just melee. Okay. All right, so let's test the healing. 7k. 7,200 is what I was seeing. Nice. Okay, good. This is the build. This is the build. This is the build for me. All right, so this is my preferred build. I can already tell because what I want out of Diona is shield capabilities and healing capabilities. All right, so now that we've tried the freeze comp, I want to go to melt. I always want to go to melt. And I'm going to try Benny. I don't even care what anyone thinks. We're going with Benny. Maybe we'll just keep the rest of the team too. Let's try this. I'm just going to fight as if I was fighting because we've already seen what Diona can do shield and heal wise. Let's apply some cryo. Let's do this, actually. Let's get another shield in here. I actually want to drop down the ult so I can get an EM taste, like with Benny. Did you see that? That was 122k ult from Benny. So this is a situation where I think Diona C6, the 200 EM, comes into play because that was, hang on, let's keep going. That was awesome. Oh my god, 30k, almost 28k melts. Are you kidding me? Okay, let's apply more cryo, more. And then let's ult again. Oh, let's get everything ready. I want Diona's ult to refresh. See why I don't like freeze? Freeze is not as good, but get freeze. Freeze ain't nothing. Okay, so let's set it up again. Let's do an ult here. If I could get Kazu ult too, that'd be awesome. Nice. So we've got cryo applied, and let's ult. This is the way. This is the way. Okay, yes. So that melt. I keep trying freeze. You've seen me try freeze. I've done it before in other videos. I did it just now. Is it just me? Is it because I don't have a good cryo DPS? Is that why I don't like freeze? Or is it because melt's just better? I'm sorry, melt's better. It's better. Let's try D-Luke. Listen, 122k Benny ult, like it's not the highest I've hit with Benny's ult, but usually I hit the high ults when I have some sort of buff going on in like Abyss or Hayukin Icky, you know, they have the buffs going on. But this is out in the open. Benny ults, 100k vape maybe. To get 122k just like with very easy setup, that's pretty good. I gotta say, that was pretty good. Let's apply this. Come here. And D-Luke ult. 63k, nice. 30k, yeah, let's do it. He's got Pyro, so let's do a Chong. Maybe a smidge more energy on Diona would be good so that we're totally refreshed when that rotation ends, but you know, it's not bad. This might be my team for a little bit. That's pretty fun. What is she looking at? Oh, is she looking at the Firefly? Oh my gosh, that's funny. All right, so I'm impressed, to say the least. I am impressed. I've been sleeping on her. I'm about to tell you why, but I know I've been sleeping on her. That was great. That was awesome. The Benny Melty? Ooh, that was great. So let's just do a quick recap about what I like about Diona, what I'm not liking. She's great. Heals were fabulous, finally where I need them to be. Shield is pretty good, definitely strong, and enough uptime that you can, I think, between her ults, stay alive. The energy requirement of 80 might be the only criticism I could come up with, but once you get C1, like, it's really not too bad. And if you have other cryo characters that are kind of feeding particles off each other, like, I feel like it would be truly fine. What I really, really like about characters like Diona, like Benny, is that they are not one purpose characters. Like, they don't have one sole utility. Diona both shields and heals. I'm going to tell you a few things I don't like about Diona, and the main reason why I put off building her for so long, and that reason is her personality. I don't like her design at all. I don't like looking at her. I don't like her noises that she makes, like meow meow. I don't like that. And she just grinds my gears so hard. I don't like people who insert themselves into other people's business, and she's over here trying to completely get everyone off alcohol. Ma'am, let people live their lives. It just bugs me. Her personality, every time we interact with her in a story, I'm just like, oh, can it end? I don't like her. That's why I put off building her for so long, despite the fact that she's that good. But it just goes to show you like how quickly someone is willing to build a character if they like them, right? That's a me thing though. You might love her. Sorry, Diona mains. I don't like her. The only other gripe I have with her that is less of an opinion take is I hate the way she throws her ult. There's been instances, I swear I'm pointing myself at the enemy and she's just like, I'm gonna throw it behind me, 5,000 feet away this way. And then I'm like, I'm so far from the enemies and I have to like run over to the circle. I hate that. I feel like she's drunk when she's throwing this thing, right? She's just like, that's really the only part of her kit I can dock her on. Otherwise, she's very strong, as we saw, as we discussed. That is about it. I can't dock her many points if I'm being objective. If I'm being subjective, sure. I hate her personality. Sucks. Don't like it. Would never, ever want to hang out with her, go to her stupid bar, or know her as a person. But objectively, her kit is very strong. I'm glad I have another healer. I can bring her to Abyss now, I'm sure, and be fine. But yes, if you have not built your Diona yet, I 100% recommend her. It is going to be, going forward, I think very rare to find a character like Diona that shields and heals. It seems like we're kind of going towards one or the other, and who also does both really well. So if you have not built your Diona yet, I do recommend her. She only gets better with Constellations too. That 200 EM boost in a melt team was dope. That was awesome. C1 should be your goal if you are pulling on a banner for her and you have like, you know, a little bit of wiggle room to go for another Constellation. I think C1 is quite excellent in terms of energy needs, and then the rest will follow. I hate her, but she's good. She's good. And I'm glad I finally revisited her and built her. That's gonna do it for me today. Don't forget to catch me on twitch.tv/Meijin, MEEJIIN, especially if you love Diona and you want to come yell at me for hating her. It's a free country, at least where I am. Join me on stream and hang out with us in the chat. And that's all I have for you today. I will see you in the next one. Bye! Normal attack is normal attack. TheEnd.com/your butt.